Vyasa Puja 2002. Jai Shri Gurudev.
Jai Shri Gurudev. But the process of Harinam, 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 Sankirtan, the holy name of the Lord, which includes certain things also. Along with the chanting of the holy name comes the hearing of the Srimad Bhagavat, Bhagavat Katha, or Krishna Katha. Therefore, Srila Bhagavatam. And to establish the temples of the Lord in which the Lord is worshipped. Because not only should we chant and hear, we should also worship. Krishna gives us this formula. Mahaprabhu gives us this formula. The Goswamis give us this formula. Our acharyas have given us this formula. And so this formula is coming down. It is the vidhi, it is the regulations of the yoga of devotion. Bhakti yoga means the yoga of devotion. And so the yoga of devotion has been given to us by the Lord along with the processes. Sages of Naimisharanya also gathered together to perform a yajna for the benefit of mankind. They glorify, which is the first and foremost duty of the disciple, to gain the blessings of the Lord. One should honor, after offering a seat to the illustrious Sutta Goswami, offer their praises. O respected Sutta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life, and the Manas and the histories as well. For you have properly gone through them under guidance, and you have also become experienced in explaining them. Being the eldest and most learned Vedantist, O Sutta Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, the incarnation of Godhead. And you also know other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. You yourself were submissive to your own spiritual master and to various instructing gurus who have enlivened you and filled you with transcendental knowledge, and thus they have endowed upon you all favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. Prabhupada writes that the secret of success in spiritual life is in satisfying the spiritual master and thereby getting his sincere blessings. The sages honor Sutta Goswami as being a gentle disciple who was favored by his spiritual master and the other acharyas, and thus he was empowered. A spiritual master is an empowered soul who carries the very Shakti of devotion, by which he can enliven others in the ways of devotional service. As the Jiva soul wanders from birth to birth, lifetime from lifetime, he remains entangled within the cycle of birth and death. And it is through the blessings of Krishna that we come in contact with one of his empowered representatives, who thus changes our view of life from being the self-conceited enjoyer of this material world to the humble servant of the Lord. The sages of Naimisharanya conclude, "We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being." This is the fact that when one has the opportunity of meeting that Vaishnava who changes one's direction or course in life from the materialistic path to the spiritual path, we must think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence. In other words, by the will of the Supreme Lord. And thus we accept you as the captain of the ship to cross the difficult ocean of the age of Kali. We're reading just recently in the Sri Chaitanya Charita of Murari Gupta, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu establishes the same principle. Although he is personally present there in Navadvip, he tells all the devotees, "Now all of you devotees, render your devotional service under the guidance of Shivas. And know, when Shivas is pleased, then I am pleased, because Shivas is none different than me." The principle of disciplic succession was established in this way, that when the devotee of the Lord, when the spiritual master is pleased, Dishya Prasad Bhagavad Prasado, then we are for sure certain that Krishna is pleased. And as Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur expresses, Dishya Prasad Nagati Katopi, and without pleasing the spiritual master, there is no way in which Krishna could possibly be pleased. There is nothing you can do to please Krishna, but learn the art of pleasing those who are dear to Krishna. So the whole principle of devotional service pivots on this point, Adau Grupada Ashraya, that one must first, Adau means the first thing in following the ways of devotion, or the path of devotion. Adau, the first thing, is to accept the feet of a spiritual master and render service unto him. This is the path established by the Lord and shown by his empowering Shivas in the land of Navadvip. So Krishna himself has shown the method. We are simply trying to follow that prescribed method, and thus by the will of Srila Prabhupada, we have taken up this position to try to carry out his will, to carry out his instructions, to simply try to remain a faithful servant to our spiritual master and the entire disciplic succession by presenting the ways of devotional service as we have learned it from them. And thus we are happy when we see you regularly coming and hearing about Krishna as we share the wonderful stories of the Srimad Bhagavatam with you, to share the glorification of the Lord through kirtan with you, and to have you participate and honor the various ceremonies and celebrations that we do throughout the year. The Ekadasi, Mahotsavas, the festivals of Lord Chaitanya's appearance day, or Lord Krishna's appearance day, or the appearance day of Srimati Radharani. All of these things, actually, we do in the service of Guru and Vaishnava, and for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all that we do, we also do for you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Gurudev.